Greetings all, FerrariMan601 here, back again in rFactor with the Life L190. Well, you have seen me grapple with this car yet again against a field of 1990 Formula One cars. However, one thing that we have yet to do with the L190 is to do the impossible with it. How does it actually get on in a fair race, as in if it's going to race itself, a whole field of Life L190s pitting against each other? Can they actually, number one, make a race distance? And number two, can yours truly actually come within a shout of victory in this, the worst Formula One car of all time? We're going to find out presently. Stay tuned. Well, I have thought that the most appropriate setting for this attempt has to be where the L190 set its place in history as the worst Formula One car of all time, definitively. Imola, yes, we talked about it in the other video, how Bruno Giacomelli was 5 minutes and 50 seconds off the pace in pre-qualifying in the 1990 San Marino Grand Prix. This was where the 1990 San Marino Grand Prix occurred, the Imola circuit. Yes, of course, this is one of the older versions of the Imola circuit. This is obviously the pre-1995 changes, so we've got a proper Tamburello corner, we've got Variante Bassa, we've got Traguardo, we've got all of those great corners here, and we do have a qualifying attempt on our hands right now. We're currently in preliminary pole position. That's not going to last, but let's give it a try.
Real feel is enabled.
Alright, let's make sure TC is actually off. I don't want to make that same mistake. Wow, this thing is hard to get started. Alright, there we go. And out onto the circuit here at Imola. It's no secret that Imola is my favorite Grand Prix circuit. I am very, very sad that it is no longer used in Formula One. I hope that someday it might come back. However, this particular version of Imola doesn't even exist anymore. The track was ripped up in many places. However, many sections, such as here, this is Tosa coming up the hill toward Piratella. This is still pretty much as it was. Piratella corner itself hasn't really changed over the years. There's a bit more runoff now, though. Acqua Minerale, yes. This has changed an awful lot. The run up the hill, though, very similar to how it is today. It's time now to bring up the timesheets, though, and see where we stack up, as we are going to be starting our flying lap here, coming through the end of Sector 3 in a moment. Variante Alta. They've sanitized that corner a bit. However, the run down to Rivazza and the Rivazza corners themselves, pretty much the same as they are. And now here, the end of the lap is very different nowadays. This is Variante Bassa. And the Traguardo corner. And starting our flying lap here into Tamburello, 255 kilometers an hour. We're going to top out at around 261 or so. Actually, a little bit quicker. I think we've got a little bit of a push effect from the car behind. That's fine by me. Frutosa at about 100 clicks. Piratella, single downshift. Back on the throttle as quickly as we dare. This part of the lap actually feels somewhat quick. Into third gear. Local yellow. Braking for Variante Alta, yes. Very nice. Don't got to worry so much about wheel spin because we just don't have enough horsepower. We're low on fuel, I am aware. That's the point of qualifying, though. Second gear for Rivazza 1, third gear for Rivazza 2. Variante Bassa here at the end of the lap, second gear. Where do we stack up? P4. P4, that's not too bad. I'll take that for the moment. Of course, all of these positions are provisional. We are on qualifying tires, so these are the super sticky compound. How do they look? They're still fine for one more lap. We'll continue here. It's our time, all right. Okay, well, that didn't work. Wanted to continue that lap, that's just not going to happen. That's okay. Drop down into 5th place. Even in the slowest car in the world, you've got to be going for it, and, well, we went for it a little bit too hard there, but that's okay. At least we now know exactly where the limit is into Aquamirale, and we will not exceed it. The car actually feels, I dare say, slightly racy coming through the approaches to some of these corners. I think it's mostly psychological, though, because the car is so slow. You just don't have the straight line speed that you're used to having in other cars, so you approach some of these corners without braking. It's just an interesting little effect, but it's not anything really to be happy about. There we are in P7 for the moment. I don't know how much we could really improve on that time, mostly because look at where we are. Our time is a 1:31.829. Pole position is a 1:31.74. So we're only, yeah, we are less than a tenth down, 0.089. I think we could probably make one more attempt at it. We take some wing out of the car. Could lengthen 6th gear a little bit. Take some wing out. This is really bad. I'm actually thinking about setting up an L190. This is bad. Tire pressures are high. We can bring them down a bit. Just a wee bit. And in the cockpit. Of course, there really is no official pit lane speed limit. You just have to basically keep it below 200 kilometers an hour. That's crazy. Times have changed for sure in that regard. There we go, straight line speed improved slightly. It could be all the difference. We'll see how this works. Our brake temperatures there on the front axle peaked at about 900 degrees. That's about 200 degrees higher than we got at Suzuka. So perhaps we are actually learning how this car works a little bit better. And again, I'm pretty sure it is all psychological. I mean, we're at Imola. This is my favorite racetrack. This is not my favorite race car by any means. And normally on an outlap like this, I would be concerned about scuffing up these qualifying tires too much, but honestly, the car's going too slow to do much damage to them. All right, let's wind it up. Let's get our timing screens up where we want them. This is all somewhat racy here at the close of the lap. I like that. All right, here we go. We're in P8 at the moment. I'd like to snag pole. Overcooked it a little bit here into Tosa. We can recover. That's nice. Sector 1 split approaching. All right, we're up by 0.6. That's going to be it for pole position if we can stay on this course. Let's see. We are really pushing this thing for all it's worth, using all of the racetrack. Look at that. We're up by almost a full second in Sector 2. Come on. Variante ba Sector 2 go. Very nice. Third gear. Wind it up to the line. What do we have? Come on, come on, come on. A 130. 0.074, 1.7 seconds ahead of the next driver. Wow, that was fast. That was really fast for this car. And that is, my God, 6 minutes faster than its actual real-life lap record. I venture to say that nobody has ever driven a Life L190 as fast as this. This lap's going to be faster. But I don't have enough fuel to make it around again. That's okay. Yep, someone's lost an engine. Look at that, 1.2 seconds faster than my previous best? No way. Could we get in the 29s? $128.550. Holy crap. That's 3 seconds. Almost 3 seconds faster than anybody else. Whoa. 3.119 faster than second place. My God. And the AI is at 95% with 25% aggression. My God. I say I have never seen anything like this, and I venture to say that none of you have either. This is something spectacular. I'm amazing myself. And I'm not trying to brag here. I just had no idea that you could actually push this car like this, and it's responding almost like I figure it should. It's kind of quick. All right, let's take that back in the garage before we get a little bit too carried away. My God. That's surprising. I am amazingly surprised by all of this. I just want to see some of that lap again because, whoa. I am kind of lost for words at the moment. I can't believe that we went that fast. Look at that gap. It is 3.119 seconds faster than everybody else. That's astonishing. I just want to see what the approach into Acqua Minerale was like, because I can hardly believe that A, I hung on to it, and B, the car actually responded. What did that look like? Wow! Look at that! One more time. I know the sounds are annoying. Look at this. My God, it's jumping from apex to apex, and wow! I can't believe it. I honestly cannot believe it. It's wow. Let's finish this session. Look at that. Look at that pole position by 3.1 seconds. That's spectacular. My God. I had no idea that this car could do that. Just wow. However, qualifying is one thing and racing is quite another. We've got 10 laps here at Imola. We've got to see how we get on. All right, so we are about to go to the grid for the formation lap here in our L190 race in San Marino. Pole position for us. Can we convert that into a victory? 10 laps from now, we shall know the answer to the formation lap.
Real fuel is enabled.
All right. Picking up a little bit of grass there as I was fiddling with some settings. Anyway, formation lap, well and truly underway. I don't want to gap the field too much because I don't want to be waiting on the grid and allowing my engine temps to tick up inexorably higher. Ten laps will decide whether or not we can actually win in the L190. That pole position, though, that was convincing, as things were never convincing before or since. That was just biblical, tremendous. Absolutely tremendous, just running here through Acqua Minerale. My God, the approach. That was something special, and hopefully that momentum is going to stick with us during this race. All we need to do is get a good start, try and pull out a gap, just like any other race. I guess the only X factor in this is going to be reliability. Can we actually get this car to make it 10 laps around this place? I don't know. We didn't do 10 laps in qualifying, so that's an unknown. The car made it around Suzuka for 12 laps, and we made it. So how much different is 12 than 10? Well, we'll see. Some burnouts, as best as we can in this car with no power. All right, to pole position here. We're lined up. We're ready to go. We've got no one in front of us, everyone behind us. Just waiting for the grid to form. They're almost there. Standing by for the lights, here they come. And off we go. Lots of wheel spin off the start, that's okay. We're being challenged here into Dombarello. I'm hoping that our straight line speed is going to help us, because right now we've been overtaken fair and square in a drag race. There we go, here comes the straight line speed. To the Villeneuve kink. And into Tosa for the first time. I think we've consolidated P1 once again. Yes, we have, okay. The gap is a half a second now between myself and the 21 Bruno Giocomelli clones. Yes. Rocco Minerale for the first time at race pace. There's the 1 second gap. And it continues to grow. That's what we want to see here in this early stage of affairs. Okay. Rocco Minerale up through Variante Alta, plunging down toward Rivazza now. Under the bridge, into the Rivazza complex. On the throttle early, feathering a little bit for the second element. Up to Variante Bassa. Third gear hard over the curbs, using all of the exit curbs onto the little spillway here. And that's lap 1 completed.
137.56.
So 137.564, we have a very nearly 4 second gap already. The engine is revving its heart out. 12,400 RPM on this W12. Water temp right up there at boiling point at 212 F. And remember, the cooling system on an engine is pressurized, so the water won't exactly boil at 212 F. It is slightly above atmospheric pressure in there, so the boiling point will continue to rise proportionally, but not by all that much. Just watching the revs, watching the temperature. I don't want to be too harsh on the downshifts. This engine will blow. A little bit of understeer here. Front axle still coming up the temperature a bit. All right. That's lap 2 complete. What's the time? 132.337.
132.34.
We have a 10-second gap now. Looks like we're just watching the race monitor at the bottom of the picture. We have 2 cars stopped. One has retired to the pits. Another which appears still to be stopped on the circuit. All right, now another one is stopped there right at the end of the lap. The attrition is starting. Seems like quite a few cars have already pulled out of this race. We'll see once timing and scoring updates as we cross the line. We do have a car stopped there at the end of the lap. We're going to have to be mindful of that. .3 seconds is the gap. That car that was stopped at the end of the lap appears to have retired now. They've recovered him to the pits. We'll still watch out for any debris. There shouldn't really be any, but if there is, hopefully we'll see it in time. Just the approach here into Variante Bassa. It's blind. You can't really see around the corner until you're going through it. We have a full course yellow pending. Safety car is going to be coming out. There he is. It's a Porsche 959. That's cool. At least I think that's what it is. Now here's the thing. How fast is the safety car compared to my car? This is a godsend though. I can take care of my engine temperatures a bit. Yeah, look at that. That is a Porsche 959. Very cool. Gotta be careful though running behind the safety car with this rFactor AI. They don't really know how to slow down. They read throttle angle from the lead car, and when you're the lead car, you've got to be very careful. Because if you're in a higher gear and you floor it, they're going to accelerate a whole lot faster than you. So you've got to be very mindful of that. If you listen while we're on the straights, you can hear the engines of the cars behind us. They accelerate when I accelerate, so I'm kind of controlling their throttles as well. Very weird how rFactor decided to run those formation lap and safety car dynamics, but that's what it does. Anyway, my engine does appear to be happy in terms of its temperature range. I would like the safety car to go a little faster. Seems alright though. He's doing all he can down the straights, so that's okay. Looks like he's going to stay out for this lap as well. I don't know what caused that safety car, but I just know that he's out in front of us right now. Engine temperatures are happy. Speed up a little bit, pal. You're doing okay, but I want to get a little bit of a gap to those guys behind. I don't trust them at all. Also don't like running in these low gears because it raises the revs and makes the engine get hot. Alright, we're going to get set for the restart. It's been a long time since I've done a safety car restart. No safety cars in Assetto Corsa. And iRacing, well, I mean, I've done rolling starts recently, but they don't have... I mean, they do have safety cars, but they don't happen that often. Just don't want to overtake the safety car. All right, green flag is out. All right, there's the restart done. And the gap is rebuilding itself. We just completed lap 5, so we're working lap 6 right now. All right. Back down to business. We now have an excess of fuel on board. That's just what happens. Budgeted for the formation lap and 10 laps of racing at racing speed, so now we have a fuel excess. That's okay. Bruno Giacomelli is, well, one of them. He's only 8 tenths now behind. He's suddenly found a whole bunch of pace. This is not necessarily an academic affair. He's gaining on us. I can't believe this. He's actually going to be within sight of an attack very shortly. We've got to do something really fast about that. Safety car kind of killed my rhythm. Got to get back into it.
All right, that was a 1:33.67.
Fastest lap. I don't have the fastest lap anymore. He did a 32.3. I only did a 33.6 on the last lap. We've got to really buckle down here. He also has my draft, which in this car means a lot. Come on. All right, we managed to pick up a lot of time there. I think his engine went. Yep. His engine blew. Could that bring out another safety car if a whole bunch of other cars pile into him now? I hope not. I'd like to finish this race under green. Safety car comes out now. We might finish under safety car. We'll see. All right, I think the obstruction there in Sector 2 is clear. Or is it? We'll see. Trying to do two things at once. Yep, it's clear. Okay. No more safety car, at least not for the moment. Let's take stock of where we are. 8 seconds. And tires are still in excellent shape. Water temp sitting there right under boiling point. And just like that, I think we've got about 2 laps to go. So far, not the most straightforward affair, but, you know, a little bit of adversity does add a little bit of excitement into the mix. As long as the engine holds together, everything should be okay. Alright, we're lapping pretty consistently in the 32, so we are obviously not on the same sort of pace that we had in qualifying. We were running the qualifying tires, remember? Now we're on the soft compound. The quali tires wouldn't last 10 laps here, not a chance. I'm just hoping that the gearbox keeps plugging the gears in and that the 12 cylinders of this W12 engine keep igniting the spark when they should. Somebody's engine just gave up the ghost there. It's well off the circuit though, so no real dangers. Rate of attrition in this race is somewhat startling, but not surprising. I think we only have 9 cars left running. 22 starters, including myself. And we're coming up to the start of the final lap. There we go. 1:32.60. Final lap underway. 6 seconds is the gap. He has pulled back on us slightly. But I don't think that's going to be enough. Every time I get on the throttle, though, I'm just hoping, I'm willing the engine to respond. Sometimes when these engines go, there's no warning. They just let go and you don't know about it until you try to get on the gas and nothing happens. Through Acqua Minerale, now coming up the hill. Forward Variante Alta. Braking down to third gear, down to second gear, through the chicane, up through the gearbox. Short shifting a bit, trying to be kind to the engine. We have 5 seconds in hand, no problem. Yellow flag is out. Someone else has lost an engine now, right on the apex. 4 seconds in hand. He is closing up on us, but he's running out of real estate. Variante Bassa, a little bit of rear locking there. The engine is still intact. Across the line. There it is. We have done the impossible. We have raced the Life L190, first of all. And second of all, we have won. We've won a race in the Life L190 from pole position at San Marino, where Life absolutely humiliated themselves in 1990, being 5 minutes, almost 6 minutes off the pace. Yet we have put history right, and we have won in the L190 with the W12 engine. And let the record show that this is my first win in rFactor in about 5 years. Like he has stopped now. Looks like we had 7 cars finish on the lead lap, maybe 7 cars finishing in total. That's just really cool. I've got to say, this is cool. That qualifying effort, that was, honestly, that was the surprise of my life. at least my sim racing life in quite some time. Look at this. Into the pits. So very, very cool. Huh. They never bothered to simulate Parc Fermé or anything in any racing sim that I'm aware of, but this is cool. How about that? We won. We won in the Life L190 in a fair and square L190 spec race with the AI cranked up to something realistic, and you know, mechanical failures and qualifying, and there it is. I think this victory is one of the sweeter ones I've ever taken, and yes, all testament to I guess the SRM team for putting this together and for bothering to even to model something like this. I mean, this car was so bad that everybody just laughs at it, and I'm laughing at it too, but even though that this mod is well below what we're capable of achieving now with mod technology and with graphics and sounds and physics, and they bothered to make it back then, and they did the best job that they could, and well, here it is all these years later, and it's still giving us laughs, and it's still giving us some fun, and apparently it can give us some surprising racing action. Honestly, it's a fun little car, and I think one of the things that really makes it unique is the fact that it is so slow in a straight line that you're approaching corners at speeds that they're not exactly quick, but psychologically it feels different because you're approaching these corners and you know that you're going slow enough to take them, but you're not braking. And obviously in the cars that were more competitive, you'd have to be braking into these corners. And for example, like Variante Bassa down here, just kind of lifting off the throttle. We're taking that in 5th gear. Most of the other cars, you'd be taking that in 4th gear, if not 3rd gear, depending on just how fast you were approaching and how you had your gearing set up and all of that. But this thing, you're taking in 5th gear, just a little breath off the throttle, and there it is. It's got the grip. So, yeah, it's psychologically quite thrilling, even if the lap times don't really back that up, but still, 128 in qualifying and then running consistent 32s in the race, that's cool. That's really, really cool. Let's take a look at the timesheets here for one last time. There it is for the record, 16 minutes 59 seconds, .075, Ferrari Man 601 with the win. And then 2.7 seconds was that final gap to the first of 21, Bruno's Giacomelli, in the rest of the field. For the record, only 6 cars finished, including us. Let's see, the reasons for the retirements. Engine, brakes, engine, suspension, engine, brakes, engine. And wow, I think we had a lot of engine failures here, but, that's cool. That's really, really cool. I enjoyed that probably more than I should have, but there it is. It is the surprise of my life in the L190. Very, very cool. I hope that you all enjoyed that one. This was a very surprisingly enjoyable video to make, so hopefully it was just as enjoyable to watch it. Ferrari Man 601 saying thank you very much for watching, and of course we will see you soon.